for me? I did play Silverman.
Test. Hello. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Kangerlussuaq, Greenland, in tonight's stream, the Frozen Milk Run. We're going to be going from Kangerlussuaq down to Nuuk, and then all the way down to Narsarsuaq, Iowa Scotsman. Hello, Jet Pilot Cinnamon. What is up? Good evening as well to Korza and Rock Valkyrie, who you see next to me. And yes, you would be correct in assuming I don't have model matching quite installed yet. I actually started to install it before the stream today, and I thought, if I start like 90 minutes early, I'll be good. No. It was 45 minutes in, it was like 10% installed, so I canceled the install. I'll do it overnight, and then hopefully the next time I stream, the aircraft will look a little better. He's in the H7 or the dash 7. Sorry, the DH2 dash 7. That little 4-engined propeller jobber, and he's in an Air Greenland livery, which is an awesome livery. So anyway, just use your imagination. So here we are, Kangerlussuaq, and heading on down here to Nuuk. Supposed to be VFR here, but it doesn't look very VFR to me. And it's marginal down in Nuuk. And then as we get further south, here is Narsarsuaq just down here. It's a little bit nicer weather, so hoping as we travel south, it'll get better for us. I do have the time 12 hours ahead or behind. It's morning time here, and so yeah, we're gonna be doing that. Now, the thing I'm doing today, for the first time ever, you guys are witnessing history. I've never ever used the automated flight engineer on stream. I've practiced it a time or two, and it's weird. It's cool, but it's weird, and I hope I'm able to do it correctly. But we're going to use it on our flight, on our legs today. And so, with that said, let's go ahead and get things started here. I do have some business to attend here as far as my weights and balances go. This first leg should be about 45 minutes, 14,000 feet. We need 4,257 pounds. I'm going to kind of just probably go, I'm going to say we're going to need about that again. So how about we call it 10,000-ish for both legs. Pentagon, hello. Rob, good to see you, my friend. Great to see you guys. Very nice to have everybody swinging in and saying hey, and I hope your week has been good. I forgot to do this here. Forgot to do a little Iowa Scotsman, a little Pentagon, and good to have you guys. Nice to see you. All right, so that's in cargo passengers. What do we have here? 47 passengers. And cargo of about 2,500. That's pretty close. All right, that looks good. How's our maintenance? Everything looks good there. And engine stress, all that good stuff. Yeah, we're cool there. All right, so AFE, here we go, baby. First time ever on stream. Setting everything up. I love it. What's weird to me is I don't know what to click and what not to click. So he pretty much takes care of everything up until it's time for engine start. I think everything is closed, right? And then there's an awkward pause. Okay.
Warning lights out. Gear pins removed. 3 on board. Seat belts and pedals adjusted.
I mean, all that stuff is what he set up there.
Set to idle. Propellers forward.
Susie.
Susie.
What's up, Kevin? Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I do. What a cool thing, man. Another year gone by. All right, so here we are. We're at the point where it's time to start the engines, and so down here it looks like they want number 3. We've got that booster pump on. That looks good there, and let's do it.
3, 6, 9, 12.
I don't have to flip the mixture. Whoops. And so yeah. It's Iowa Scotsman, it's kind of cool, if I'm being honest. But I just don't like, after doing it myself for so long, you know how you just kind of get your flow and you do everything yourself. You don't know what to do and what not to do. It's kind of like when I did shared cockpit with Downwind Sim and Slant Alpha. Like I felt like I was stepping on them the whole time. Take a look at the flight sim photos. All right, let's take a look here. Falling a step behind. Oh, there we go. That's gorgeous, dude. Look at that. Look at that Air Greenland livery. There's that Dash 7. Scenery looks amazing, my friend. Amazing. That's way cool. That's way cool. And your model match. I can't wait till my model matching and all that stuff is back up to snuff. Okay, I think now we need to go with number 2. I think this is the order. And all right, here we go, boys.
3, 6, 5, 12.
Come on, girl. Nope, she didn't quite catch. Didn't quite catch. Did I over? I might have. All right, let's try that again. We've got the boost on. Yep, we do. We're on number. Yep, we're good there. Yeah, just try it again. I'll give it a little more fuel.
3, 6, 5, 12.
Oh, I didn't have the mixture. So, all right. So there you go. Live and learn. It only throws the mixture on for number 3 to kind of get you started. All right. All right. Very interesting. The other thing that it's not done, it's not giving me any lighting here. So let's do a little bit of temperature control, some lighting here, get a little bit of that. And a little bit of this, a little bit of that, just a little bit of everything here will be good. All right, awesome. And then we go to 4. That was a much more reasonable start there. Yeah, very good, very good. All right, very good. Everything is looking good there. Last one. All right, go to number 1.
3, 6, 5, 12.
Come on. Feel pressure. There she comes. All right, very good, very good. So again, it might get a little awkward with this checklist business, but I think for the most part that they take care of just about everything. They set the altimeters, all that good stuff for us here. And all right, we'll let that warm up after start.
Selected boost pumps. Off and off. Battery switch. Flame battery. Generators and inverters. Checked and to start checks complete.
Okay. So, sorry guys, I'm having a little bit of an issue with my Simlink here. Get that fired up. And very good, very good. So before takeoff checks are going to be next. I'm not going to do any run up here just for the sake of time, and but I am going to take a look. This is what I was trying to get to here, and see we are going to be departing runway 9. So we're going to be coming down, a little backtracking down here to runway 9, departing east, and we are using the Gilpa 1 Alpha. So it's a right-hand turn and get out of Dodge here. And this is kind of what I'm curious about. Like, we need to be above 8,000 at Gilpo. And this thing, it is not exactly a beast when it comes to climbing. So I am curious to see how we do here. Normally I would just kind of fly a little VFR just out the channel here, but like we're a little bit socked in. And there's like, when we commit to this track, like, we're committed. There's no you try to sneak out of here to the south and you're at 8,300. It would almost be better for us to try to escape more inland if we had to. So I'm just going to kind of keep that in mind, but it'll be a backtrack, and it'll be a backtrack down to runway 9. See if I'm connected yet. Yeah, there we go. All right, and I think we are we 2280 here for this? I think we're just 2280 here in Greenland, if I'm not mistaken. All right, let's get this loaded up here. All right, Rob shared the model matching. Yeah, I'm going to use the combination of the IVAO models along with a set that I just learned about called the AIG models, and see what happens as far as my model. I was not happy with the FSTL, and I understand that the FSTL models are like they're a little bit more taxing on your system. So I'm going to give these ones a try and and see how it goes. All right. Yeah, this doesn't look very VFR to me. I don't know what they're, but we're gonna roll with it. We're gonna roll with it. So up to we're filed at 14,000. So, but we got to get above 8,000 to kind of be clear, and we are at sea level. So it's a legit, like, we got to get the heck up and out. But this is where the automated flight engineer really does help, because he takes care of setting all the power, you know, the initial takeoff power, the METO power, all of that, the climb power. And so that's really, really nice. All right, let me get this in here, and then I'm ready to go. BGSF. Yep, Kangerlussuaq. The procedure is as follows. The Gilpa 1 Alpha, there it is. Boom. Runway 9, load. Excellent. And then we are to be a Rascal Flats here. All right. Be a Kilo Uniform Golf.
Fixie.
Hi, good fixins. Welcome. Oh my goodness. I so struggle with with this unit here. Then we go to one final point here. Tango Delta Alpha. Very nice. And indeed we are not... Actually, let's do this. We are not going back to Kangerlussuaq. We are going to get rid of that. And we're going to put our final waypoint in here as Nuuk Airport. All right. Bravo Golf Hotel. All right, there we go.
Traffic, radio check.
Read you 5x5. You got me?
555.
Very good. Okay, sweet. I actually have him turned down just a little bit. Man, we had some really good ATC yesterday in our Moncton Monday, but it was, for whatever reason, it was just really loud, super loud. Nothing to monitor tonight, though, guys. The nearest station is Montreal. All right, there we go. Kangerlussuaq traffic, Ice Air 816. We'll be following the traffic for departure runway 9, Kangerlussuaq.
Kangerlussuaq traffic, Greenland 382, taxi in runway 9. Yeah, Charlie, feedback taxi in runway 9. Kangerlussuaq.
Awesome. Okay, so we just need to kind of get to the hold short point. I don't know if he puts any lights on for us, so we will put some on here. Looks like beacons on already. Yep. All right. This should be fun. Should be a challenge.
Kangerlussuaq traffic, 382, back taxi in runway 9.
Okay, so we'll hold short, and again, not a bad thing just to give our engines a chance to completely warm up. As you can see, it's a little weathery around these parts, so you know, not terrible. Let this old girl warm up. So I searched this this area for some scenery, and I found these 3 airports, and they're okay. I mean, they get the job done. But then I found a whole Greenland package that includes like 7 airports, and the 3 I'm flying are among them, but also like some overall enhancements. So I have not installed that yet, but I'll try to share that link with you guys here. Maybe I'll do that before I take off, just in case you're curious. Yeah, the Greenland package. So I don't know if these airports, like, I don't know how they compare to the ones that I have shared, but you might check it out if you fly up here. There's quite a few things that are in it, and yeah, like, I feel like they've done some work to the surrounding areas also. So yeah, the following airports: there's Kangerlussuaq, there's Nuuk, Narsarsuaq. So yeah, check it out. I like supporting guys like this, and they do have some payware things out there. TL Creation, if you're so inclined. But do you like those indie developers that give us great places to fly in the sim? Boy, this is a long backtrack. But maybe once we get out of this initial kind of snowy, yucky stuff, it'll be nice. I'll stay inside so we can hear the radio call here. Well, happy Tuesday. I think I said Thursday. Happy Tuesday. Whatever day it is.
Gilpa 1 Alpha departure. Kangerlussuaq.
It is kind of my Thursday. I think that's what I'm thinking. Tomorrow's my last day of work for the week, and then traveling to go watch my son graduate from grad school and officially become a doctor of psychology. So that'll be pretty cool. Get to see the grandkids and see some of my family that's coming up from Texas. So that's Connie's side of the family, but just folks you don't get to see very often. So I'm really excited about that. Do I have... Okay, hang on for a moment here. I need some light on this area. Where is my light? There. And, oh, there we go. All right. I might need some anti-icing stuff. So it's just de-icer though, right? Like I can't just turn it on and heat it up. Can I? Pitos will come on here on the pre or before takeoff checklist. All right, we better keep our eye out. There comes right. There he goes. All right, very good. There he goes. Thanks for flying along, Rob. It's going to be a blast. Kangerlussuaq traffic. Ice Air 816, backtracking runway 9, Kangerlussuaq. Away we go. So the reason I picked this livery, by the way, is they do have, it's called Iceland Express, and they fly Dash 8s up here. So the only other livery that I had that made sense was Clipper, my Pan American, but I feel like I fly that a lot with this airplane. So I thought, what the heck, we'll do something a little different. Do I have, all right. Flaps are not set. We're going to do... Okay, it's setting flaps for me. See right there. That's good. I mean, it really does change the whole experience, you guys. It allows you truly just to fly the plane, which is, again, the whole point, right? And it's a fantastic piece of engineering. Pituiter on. What do I have the transponder? 1200? I should probably... I set the landing lights on, didn't I? Yeah, already. Okay. We're ready to fly. Don't mind me running over these lights here. No big deal. little asymmetrical thrust. Maybe help the turn a little bit. Don't stop. I do think I will change my transponder though to 2000. I'm gonna guess that they either use 1200 or 7000 for VFR down here, so we'll have that. That's on. All right, sweet. And here again, this to me is the best part. So, all right, here we go. Before start, we're takeoff dry.
30 inches stabilize. 30 inches stabilize.
Don't have to touch anything. They bring the power up. Monitors everything for you.
30 inches stabilized. Kill flaps. Kill flaps. Kill flaps. Full power, please. Going full power.
Brakes released. Let's go flying. Okay, depart. Climbing right-hand turn. Forgot to check my V speeds. All right, we're getting close. She'll get light here. She'll get light. There we go.
Auxiliary, gear up. Gear selected up. Gear up, lights out, flaps up. Flaps going up.
Trying to pitch for about 165. I have to start making that right-hand turn here. Okay. Into the chowder. That is correct.
Setting meter power, 48 inches, 2600 RPM.
I'm going to try to keep this climb somewhere around 1,000 to 1,500. But again, I want to get airspeed here as well, so I'm going to try not to rush everything.
Meter power set.
And I need to check my
Power.
heading here. I've got some time. I don't need to turn super. I actually maybe have turned too soon. Yes, I have. I've turned too soon. All right, so we're gonna level off here. I missed my first waypoint already. I panic turned.
Power set.
That's okay. Through 2,000 already. I feel pretty good. Okay, we're going to hold heading here and
Takeoff checklist, please.
our attitude. We're doing okay. And then S.
Takeoff checks complete.
Yeah, see, I missed this turn here. So now I need to go back to the flight plan. And we want to go direct to SF401. We're going to go ahead and activate that. Come down here and go to the localizer. I mean, it was just a little tiny bit early. Wasn't horrible, but we could have extended it a little bit more. That's all right. And indeed, we are kind of clearing up a little bit as we're climbing, so that's nice. Well, not that so much, I guess, but we're through 3,500. I'm feeling pretty good. We've got a good 40 miles to climb above 8,000, so I feel like we're going to be in great shape. Yep. So, something like that, Kevin. Something like that. When I get afraid, I just think about how good the fishing must be wherever I'm at. That's right. Hey, don't forget. I mean, among everything, you got to remember, I'm a professional. Plus, I've got the automated flight engineer. He's doing my dirty work anyway. All right, so as you can see, I'm really not doing a very good job of hitting my climb rate. So I'm going to bump it. I'm going to nudge it forward. Let's get a little closer to 1,000 feet per minute. I really wanted to be up here about 165. There you go. Skill levels right up there too. A1 type of deal. You know, that part really, right, is the easy part. The tricky part here is, I think, honestly, going to be getting into Nuuk. Marginal VFR right now, and it's snowing. Few at 700, broken at 2,000, overcast. Excuse me, at 6,000, and runway 22 is what they want. I do have an ILS for the runway 22, so that does make me feel a little bit better. But that's pretty much straight in too, which is kind of cool. All the other ones, it seems like you got to turn and go into the fjord in order to get there. But I tell you what, guys, we're about to break out, bust out of this joint. Yeah, man, who was worried? Not me. Not this guy. That, not so good. That, lovely. Just all a matter of perspective. There you go, kids. If things seem dark and gloomy, just change your perspective. That's a lesson, a free lesson from your Uncle Melvin. So we are getting ourselves up above 8 like we're supposed to. Like good DC-6 captains. And I'm going to climb it all the way up to 14,000. Do I have a... Yep, I've got all my checklists taken care of for now. I'm getting a little closer to 150. I was worried initially that I might be taking on ice, but nothing. I mean, still responding normally. And so it is, as you can see. Oh, this is the heater, right? I can turn the heat. So there are heaters I can turn on. I guess I keep forgetting about that. Left wing, right wing. Might not be horrible just to turn the heater of the tail on. Cabin might need some heat, you think? I don't know. We'll turn those on. You know what? That's true. Churning milk in freezing conditions, making hundreds of gallons of ice cream? It's an excellent idea, my friend. We should have had a little ice cream celebration. So, still not quite there. How about another couple of clicks? I like that a little bit better. Get up there about 160. Come on. Come on, darling. Let's go. Everybody's week going good? Again, I think at the beginning of the stream I said happy Thursday. That's where my brain's at. I am so... Ooh, look at that. I'm just so mentally wiped out right now. It's just... end of the year. I'm tired. Kids are tired. Everybody's tired. I think 14,000 is going to get us out of trouble here. I really do. Then we have to think about going back into trouble as the only issue. But coming up on 10, let's put some things away here, shall we? Maybe they're already... Oh, they've already been retracted. Nice. See, there you go. And then he's adjusting the cowls for me, and a little bit of carb heat. And then again, we're just looking down here. Look at everything is just so nice and green and happy. So it is kind of nice to not have to worry about that. As much as I like fiddling with that stuff during the flight, and you guys know how much of a button pusher knob turner guy I am, but it is kind of nice to just have that. So the other place where it's a little bit weird is in the descent phase, because as you guys know, it takes a little while to get this beast to come down. She does not like to slow down and go down. She likes to do one or the other, but not both. Oh, taking a little turn, getting on track here, I think. What are we doing? Oh, we're okay. We're okay. Yep, Gilpo, and then we're on down. The only bad part about this weather is you don't get to look at the scenery here. So if I'll fly this first leg real weather, and if it doesn't look like it's clearing up for that second leg, I'll adjust the weather so we don't get over here to Greenland very often. I think I had a transition level change at 7,000, by the way, so I'm going to go ahead and spin it to 9 or 9 or 2. Oh, my aching mouse. I talked to you about my mouse woes. I think my mouse is dying. My mouse wheel's not working correctly. I think it's time to trade the old TechNet in. Man, $8.99 just doesn't buy you what it used to when it comes to Walmart mouses. I'm telling you that right there. I need to drop some big money on a Corsair mouse or something. Maybe Thrustmaster makes a mouse. You think? All right. We are 13, almost 13 and a half, climbing 14,000. And I am going to kind of get ready to level off here, so bring my climb up, climb wheel, spin it up, reduce that vertical speed so it's not such a dramatic capture. There's our altitude hold lever. Okay, captured. Very nice. Let's get leveled off. And we'll go to our cruise checklist. I'll set the last little bit of power here for us.
Set cruise power, please.
And
Cruise power.
nothing to do now, but kind of chill for about 20 minutes or so. And then we can try to get down to Nuuk. Man, I have yawned so much my last two streams. I am so sorry, you guys. I'm so sorry.
Cruise power is set.
Okay, that's pretty cool. I mean, right? Like, at the end of the day, that is really cool. We are getting a little bit of a different fuel flow here from engine 2, so... Uh-oh, that's not good. What's happening there?
Cruise
Oh.
checks are complete.
He's flipping something around here and changing. That worried me a little bit. I'm like, are we getting engine icing? What's happening? Why is it fuel? Why is the fuel coming down? But but yeah, I mean, as we check now, it's just, again, all the carb temps are going to be good, the cylinder head temps, and they like running them on a little bit on the cooler side, I've noticed. And that's also been kind of interesting like I'm always trying to get it in the green, you know, and I'm worried about that. And they don't really do that. And then that also helps the oil temps to not be quite so high. So it's probably just a really nicer way to treat your engines. And when you come to the stress visualizer, yeah, so engine 1 a little chilly there, but they've adjusted, and so a cool tool, a very nice tool, and I don't know why I didn't use it more. I guess I just felt like I really wanted to learn the airplane top to bottom and to be able to fly it kind of 100% by myself, I suppose. But I also, it's crazy to think I would do that and try to track VORs and radials and DMEs and all that stuff. So I think in many ways this is just a fantastic way to go about doing things, and you can still do all that other stuff, right? Like you don't have to just be bound to the Garmin here. You know, I can still set frequencies and all that. We've got an ADF over here, DME, and so we can still do all that stuff as backups. But as we're all discovering, right, there's less and less of that available worldwide. So, you know, what do you do? Like, what are the choices? Well, one choice is you can see if there's a way to, you know, track historical nav data. You know, there's plugins, right, that'll put some of that stuff back in for you, and you know, or like you can just embrace the old aircraft with the new technology. So yeah, this is us.
I like that guy.
We could have definitely used, you know, here's an NDB. Hey, Mike, there was. Look, we've been talking about that, M. Stein. We've been talking about that. This is what I'm going to say. And again, this is a message to the kids. If you don't like the world, if it seems like a dark and scary place, just change your perspective. But there's blue sky right there. Confirmed. That's a nice shot right there. We need a snapshot of that. For sure. Good to see you, Mike. So I guess I have opted, to me, what is most important is the aircraft, and it is fun to be able to say that I know how to do that. Like I could grab that and I could track outbound and all that fun stuff, but then like out here especially, what do you do? Well, I guess your choice would be to come clear out here to the edge and try to work your way back in. But like, I don't know, you guys, I just think at a certain point we all are going to get to the realization that like you just can't fight it. We've got to embrace it. It's here. It's technology. It's scary for us old guys, but there's a reason why it's being used, and in many cases, right, it is the most realistic sim experience is to have, you know, like if you're flying a DC-6 right now, you're not flying it without one of these. You just aren't. There's nobody flying a DC-6 anymore that I know of that's still using only, you know, VOR navigation. Maybe there could be, but no one that I know of. So it's kind of sad. It's sort of like, you know, driving a stick. Some of those old skills are going away. But then that allows us to get nostalgic and do all that stuff too. So anyway, I digress. This is a 92-mile leg between coming up Baykug and Gedda. And we will need to, yeah, right after Baykoog, we will need to start thinking a little bit about descent. Rock Valkyrie says several DC-6s, excuse me, are still flying today, primarily cargo transport. Yeah. And water bombing. And, yeah, North America, South America, Europe. Yep. Like I can think of, yeah, Everett's cargo, right? I think North American cargo still uses it. And then, yeah, I'm guessing South America, Europe, there's a few still out there, but like, you know, like I'm willing to bet that they all have some kind of GPS unit in them. Ugh. Tell you what, it'd be stupid to do, but I got a Pepsi in the fridge. Maybe I'm gonna go grab that Pepsi, so you guys don't have to watch me yawn for the next 2 hours. Only 6. Oh, okay. Only 6 are currently flying. So there's Everett's. All right. The Flying Bulls. Ooh, I forgot that one. And then there was one for a Yugoslavian leader. Oh, Josip Broz Tito. I'll be darned. So it's Alaska Everett's Air and the Flying Bulls mainly for what we're working with, huh? Not very many. Not very many. And isn't that again part of what makes flight simulation so amazing? Like we can experience to some degree what it was like to be in one of these big guys. The sights and sounds. If there was some way to pipe in the smells, man, we'd have something. You can hear him. I don't know if you, I guess I don't know if you can, but he's flipping stuff in the background. He's adjusting cowls and you know, just to keep everything, all the temperatures where they need to be. Closing those cowls probably because the cylinder heads keep dropping on us, and we don't want. Sorry, the carb. No, duh, cylinders. He's trying to avoid carb icing, and so yeah, he's probably flicking on the carb heat down there, closing the cowls to keep the cylinder heads warm. It's nice to have somebody to do that. I think the more I use him, the more I'm going to like it. All right, I'm going to do this. I am going to hop out for just a second. I'm going to go grab a refilled beverage, and I will meet you back here. Just give me about 3 minutes. Nice. Look at that little rainbow, you guys. You're welcome. Let's descent plan, shall we? Man, oh man. What a beautiful old aircraft.
Good job.
Alright, let's start to talk descent here. Yeah. Uzi! Hey, my friend, what is up? Good to see you. You came just in time to catch the rainbow. And an ad break, maybe, if you guys aren't subscribed. Sorry about that. No arrival, so to speak, but if we are planning the ILS 22, we are going to need to kind of be on our toes here. ILS Zulu. I don't know which one we have, ILS Zulu or Yankee, but they're going to be very similar, I believe. Actually, let's check that before we do any of this stuff, and just to see. Procedure, approach, and it is to it's to BGGH. Okay, good deal. So I have both. No, that's RNAV. Sorry, ILS, X-ray or Yankee is what I have, and I have Zulu also. I think Zulu. If I remember, Downwind Sim tried to teach me about this, and you guys can correct me. I think Zulu is the one that requires the most navigational training. So let's start with the X-ray. That's the one that's ILS for dummies like me, and see what we have. So we're coming in here. And what do they want us to do? Do we have to fly a little arc here? Let's find out. We need to be down to 3,000 at 8.1, 3,500 at 10.5. Alright, so can we come straight in here? Do we have that ability? What's our... It'd be nice if we could just come straight in. Oh, this is the missed approach is what it is. Okay, yeah, so... We're going to plan to get down 3,500 by 10 and a half miles out, 108.95, 222. And yes, indeed, we've got 3,000 is our missed approach altitude. I have enough fuel to keep going or to go back. So... I think we'll probably take at least a couple shots at it if we don't get it. But so no, 3,000 is not the missed approach. What was I thinking here? What is our missed approach? Maybe I can't do the X-ray. Maybe the X-ray is the most advanced one. No. No, I think, from what I remember, I think the X-ray is the one that you fly with the aircraft that's the least capable. And then all the way up to Zulu is the one that's the most, like, high performance, you know, has all the bells and whistles, has the high avion, you know, the big avionics package and all that, and the training, because it's like lower minimums and things like that. All right, well, we're gonna go for it here, and I'm gonna say, so that cannot be our decision height, right? Is it? Or is this saying at 8.1 we need to be at 3,000 feet? Climb up. We kind of need to have this right. I think that's saying we need to be at 3,000 at 8.1. Then we come down here, and we have apparently at 1 mile out, like that's oh, here's MDA, sorry. But what is that? What's my official? Yeah, that's my glide. So what is this? What altitude is this exactly? I'm not seeing it. Ground speed map 8.1. Anybody seeing it there? No. I know what it means. I just don't know what the altitude actually is. I don't know if it's 1,000, it's 200 top right, maybe. So I'm thinking it might be here. Localizer, glide slope out. At 1 mile, I'm thinking 620 is maybe what this is supposed to be. So that's my leading candidate so far. But refer to chart. Okay, hold on. Refer to a different chart. 11.6a. All right, where is 11.6a? This guy right here. All right, there we go. Now we're cooking with butter. So, okay, straight in ILS. We are so the decision altitude is. We got all kinds of choices here. This is good. We most likely are one of the ones that's one of the higher ones. Does anybody know what category we would be as a DC-6? I'm guessing 460 is probably not us, but because this requires a minimum climbing gradient of 5%. Well, 304 feet per nautical mile. I don't know if we quite have that or not. I'm gonna research this really quickly here. What is the minimum climb gradient of the DC-6? Just like they would do in the real cockpit. Shusey saying category C. Thank you, Shusey. All right, so we're gonna say decision altitude is 960. That's a height of 701. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I'm with you, Boozy. I'm with you. All right, so we're going to say 960. Sweet. Okay. 701. 960, 701. And that is the Yankee. ILS Yankee. Oh, man. The things I do. The things I do for you people. And we're coming in off of vectors. What's your vector, Victor? We're going to load that. We're going to agree to not use this in real world flight situations. Never been in the bird. Hey, well, that makes you only slightly less expert than me. And I've been in it a lot, but I still don't know what I'm doing. All right, so 3,000 is our magic number, so we need to lose 11. Normally I go 11 times 3 is 33, but for this I double it. So I want 66 miles out is when I want to start going down. So here's Geta. And then, so Geta, we're 39 miles from Geta. Okay, get rid of you, sir. And then from Geta, we've got, yeah, we probably should start going down. All right, that's what I'm making from this. So let's come back to the AFE and let's do this.
26 inches, please.
So I'm going to slow down first, and then slow down, then go down. Downwind Sim, hello. Did you check in while I was gone then, Downwind Sim?
40 miles.
26 inches set. Descent checklist, please. Altimeters and flight instruments cross-checked. Seatbelt signs on. On. Engine blowers low. Low. DC.
I got to give you a few looks outside when we can. We have a chance, even though we're just going through the checklist here. So I am. He's pulled back the power, and I'm going to try to let the airspeed come down. I can put some flaps out at 175, and I have found that that's probably the best way to descend in this plane, because otherwise, like, it just, as soon as you nose down, it just, the airspeed just runs away from you. So I'm going to let it come down here a little bit. I should have probably been on this a little sooner, because we're only 33 from Gedda. I heard Rob Valkyrie make a radio call there, but he's already out of range almost, so there he is. But that's good. We got good spacing here. That'll be fine. And we've kind of got the skies to ourselves here above the beautiful Isle of Greenland. Just about into flaps range. And I'm going to probably put 20 notches of flaps in, and then we can, it's worth to maybe go a little past the TOD to get that in this plane. So there we go, 175. That's our boy. So let's go flaps 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, I believe is what I need. You got what I need. He's not giving me anything. Okay.
Cooling turbine. Normal. Fuel booster pumps.
Moose. Hello. Hello, hello.
Low. Fuel tank selectors.
He should put the flaps in here in just a moment.
Bypass valve. Down. No smoking signs. On.
Nice to see you.
Checks complete.
Nice to see you, sir. Alright, can I get flaps, please? I don't know why they didn't give me flaps. I'm definitely... oh, there we go. Flaps are now... Oh, gosh, flaps 30. Sorry. A little too much. Okay, so here we go. Time to see if we can make our way into Nuuk. Good to see you guys. You're here at just the right time. We took off from Kangerlussuaq and heading down to Nuuk, and then we're going to go from Nuuk down to Narsarsuaq, doing a frozen milk run. And as Kevin pointed out, if we are churning frozen milk, we should end up with gallons and gallons of ice cream by the time we're done. So I'm excited about that. All right, so down we go. Down we go. That's right, buddy. That is right. We're doing maybe a little too much here. About 1,000 feet per minute is kind of where you want to live if you can, because you saw what happened to my airspeed. So I'm trying to pitch to that. There you go. So we'll see how close we are. In the meantime, let's see. Did we get our frequency? Probably did. Flight engineer's been doing everything for us. 108.95 is set. That's cool. And 222. That maybe is the only thing left for us to do. 222. Yep, that's not been set yet. So let's do that. 222. We're in. We're basically, if I'm looking at this correctly, like we're pretty much on an intercept course right now as we go to our next waypoints. Get it, and that basically lines us up with what we should be having. That's starting to look a little friendlier. It's supposed to be marginal VFR when we get down to Nuuk, but of course it was reported VFR conditions at Kangerlussuaq, and it really, I don't know that it was. Maybe Greenland's definition of VFR is a little different, kind of like Alaska VFR, right? A little different than normal VFR. No, it's not. It's all the same, I know. Okay, airspeed's right at the tippity top there. Don't want to go any more. So it looks like about 900 feet per minute is what we're getting. We're 11 down. We need 8. We need to lose 8, and we've got 17 and a half there. So 8 times 3 is 24. Triple that. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Hello, Beethoven. Happy Tuesday. Good to see you. It's Tuesday, but it's my Thursday. I have one more day of work tomorrow. Long weekend, baby. I'm excited. Glad you're here, Chris. Moose, hope you're getting those pipes warmed up for the karaoke. Looking forward to that. I need to get my that little entry form that you sent out filled out, so you guys can make sure the seating is all good. Please just don't put me next to Beyonce. All right, anybody but Beyonce. Yeah, it's going to be nice, Chris, for sure. I get to see some family from Texas that I haven't seen in over a year, I think. And, of course, the grandkids and my son and his wife. And I want to be next to Boozy. Actually, I don't think I do. Boozy, man, I think he might be a bad influence. I don't know. Yeah, we'll work it out, Boozy. We'll work it out. Should be fun. Should be a really fun way to kind of end the night. That's the second night, right? That's Saturday night, or is that Friday night? Is that the end of the first night? I don't even know. I'm just hoping we can get there with all the ATC problems that they're having on the East Coast right now. Just hoping we can get there. That's Beethoven. That's what you were saying. You found a couple of nice airstrips for him to hit, which is way cool. And yeah, buddy, Turka's got a nice. He's got a nice channel. I like him. He does some good things over there. Boozy, you flying tonight? Did you fly today already? How's your better half, by the way? You can message me. I don't know if maybe I shouldn't have asked that out loud, but I've been thinking about you and her, and so been praying for you guys. Just got home. Good. That's a good sign. That's all right, buddy. Good. Happy to hear that. Happy to hear that. You're doing a little Memphis to somewhere where it's warm and sandy. OMDW. I don't know where that is. That's not Dubai. That's OMDB. Found some interesting places. He tried Pasto for the first time. Yeah, heck yeah, buddy. Now, you said you were going to drop those in the Discord some of those ideas, right? I'm hoping you still do that. I didn't see anything. Of course, I haven't looked. Nope, nothing from yesterday. But please, 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 if you have good ideas, drop them in that suggest a flight channel, because we'd love to work stuff like that in, obviously. So he's on 10-mile final. We are going to check in about 20. I think Geta is about 20. 20, yeah, 22.8. So we'll check in there. That way he knows where we are. We are 6.5. I think we're actually going to be pretty good in terms of our altitude. You guys didn't go can't descend too quickly with all these mountains here, but you don't want to be too slow either. I'm gonna let the aircraft turn us after Geta, and then I'm gonna go into heading mode. We'll arm the approach. Yeah, we'll pretty much be on it. I think it'll have to maybe do a little bit of, wiggling around a little bit like it always does, but overall I think we're going to be good. We are going to fly, do a quick turnaround here, go from Nuuk down to Narsarsuaq. I think I mentioned that. And then I'm going to wrap the evening up by flying the Coyote out in western Wyoming. We're going to do a little Circle B Ranch up to Widow's Peak. Kind of finish out with a little mountain VFR. We've had a heck of a couple of days of storms here, so I'm hoping it is decent weather out there. I think things for the most part have passed us by, but anyway, you can give some interesting airports in Colombia. Hey, I would love to. I don't know anything about that area of the world, so the more insider intel I have, the better. So thank you. I appreciate that. All right, what I'm hoping I can do is get down to 3 and level, and then it does look like we have a VOR here, so that we got a little bit of a localizer. Okay, so we're pretty much on it. Let's come to heading mode. Then I'm going to come up here, and we're going to come to V-lock. There's a glide slope. Awesome. So technically we could level off right now and we could grab that glide, but I'm going to take it down to 3, and I need to check in here. Nuuk traffic, Ice Air 816 is 20 miles north of the field inbound, runway 22. Nuuk traffic. Okay. Man, Rob wasn't that far ahead of me, but he sure was coming in really quiet and broken there. He must be farther out than I thought. All right. We are in range, and then... Okay. Got that already set. Looks like I might have to... Well, I don't know. I'm a little off the localizer right now, but I'm just going to kind of stay patient till we're a little closer. If I have to, I can make a small adjustment. It kind of looks like it's trying to center, so we'll see. We'll see. First things first, get down to 3, get the airspeed off. What do I need up here? Oops. I'm going to be light here. VREF, approach 125, somewhere in that 125 range. VREF is going to be, 98 to 95. I don't have my exact numbers here. I really should. Total weight is 10, wait, 100, wait, what did it, 80,000. Hello. So I'm right across here. So approach 130, Ref 101. All right.
Traffic, Greenland 382, clear the runway.
Okay. Let's level right there. And now I'm going to go... I'm going to let it level out, and then I'm going to go to localizer mode here. Airspeed's coming down nicely.
Flaps set. Masters Ridge, please.
Okay.
Water Ridge.
There it is. It is going to come over and capture that. Sweet. We're good.
Down, please. Gear up and down.
Get the Boozy Sheep gear camera. Yeah, man. There you go, Boozy. That's for you, brother. Gear down and set.
Gear down and locked. 3 greens. Props. 2400 RPM.
Alright, we're slowing down.
RPM set.
We're slowing down a little too much here.
Cal flaps set.
Might take over. This is the awkward part.
ATI is on.
I don't want to get too slow here.
Speed good. Extending lights. Lights extended.
Of course I watch. Man, what are you talking about?
Cold.
I'm your biggest fan.
Set cold. Before landing checks complete.
And we're slow. I need that glide slope to kick in here. See, that timing was poor. I should have waited a little bit. Maybe I should wait until the glide slope is active. I don't know. Oh, we actually should be. No, we're not quite to 8. Should be coming down here. I don't know. Yeah, we're not there. We're not there quite yet. Come on down, girly. Come on down, glide slope. I think it's wanting to, isn't it? It's trying to, right? Maybe not. Okay, 8.1 and 3,000. That's where we are right now. We should be gliding here. Why are we not gliding? You know, I kind of am not believing my instruments. That's not a good thing, right? I should be they're not moving. It's not budging though. All right. Oh boy. I'm gonna nudge it. Oh, there it comes. There it comes. Sorry. There it comes. Here I am getting out ahead of it, like panicking. All right. Trust your instruments. I was just going to try to get on about 700 feet per minute and just help out, but it looks like we're going to be good. This should take over for us. And now I can pull back on the power again. I'm getting fast. It's called neurotic, yeah. Just get a little nervous in the soup here. Nuuk traffic, ICR 816 on a 5-mile final. 22, Nuuk traffic. Okay, let's get back down to approach speed, about 135-ish, and ref speed's about 100, 101. Our missed altitude was 700 and change, but I see the field. Bada bing, bada boom. And light slope is saying we're low now. I don't know. I don't know. Alright, you rascal. You need to go away. Fly the plane, fly the plane. What do you say? Let's do it. This says I'm low, but my pappies say I'm really low. So who you gonna believe? Got some stuff out there for me, Chris. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Okay. We are leveling just a little bit. Again, just trying to catch back up with the glide slope. And it looks like it's a left-hand turn off there. Yeah, we're just going to be a bit low here. You're going to have to deal with it. There's a reason why your ticket only costs $59. And it ain't because you're getting Captain Sully. There we go. There's one white. It's a Vassy too. It's not 2 and 2. It's 1 and 1. They might all be white now. Yeah, because now I'm high. That's like a 0.5 degree angle. All right, we're good. Focus up. Let's go. Focus up. Could use some more flaps here. Man, I just can't seem to find the glide. Somebody needs to get out here with the chainsaw and cut those trees down. What a cool little plateau approach, though, isn't it? I see 2-2. And a little bit left to center, but I can live with that. Nose is down. Was a bit of a... I mean, it was a big-time crosswind there. I mean, holy cow. Look at that. Look at that sock. That thing. Okay, maybe it's right down the runway. It's swirling. It's swirling. Welcome to Nuuk. All the good pilots come to a complete stop on the runway, by the way. In the DC-6. Well, you know, if you can't find blue skies, find the blue lights, right? This is marginal VFR weather, I guess, but, you know, that's okay, too. All right, Rock Valkyrie, where'd you park? Oh, there you are. Okay, we'll head down by... Actually, no, I don't want to head all the way down there because we got a back taxi, don't we? I don't know. We'll go down there for now. We got to do a little turnaround, and then we'll be on our way to Narsarsuaq here. Another fairly short flight, less than an hour, but anyway, should be fun. We are going to test out and see how well the AFE, likes turnarounds as well, because that's part of it. He plays an important role here. Rob, you going to fly the second one with me? Nuclear HS, hello. Winds blowing 220, but it was gusting 90. There you go. It's up here. You're up at the high latitude, so it's like the curvature of the Earth. So like the 220 doesn't mean really 220. I don't know what I'm talking about. You're gonna fly the next one too? Cool. All right, here we go. Swing it around. Bring it around town. Yes, I am. My next project is to get the CSL library updated. I promise. I promise. Next flight, it'll be ready to go. That's actually what I'm going to do as soon as I close up the stream tonight. Get that download going. Alright, that looks like a pretty good spot to hang out. Let's set the brakes. And let's do the parking check. Cut edges. This part's actually kind of cool, I think. And he basically shuts everything down for us as well. I don't know if we go all the way to power totally off, but it might be. So here's the next route if you guys want to fly along. Nuuk to Narsarsuaq. And I am going to...
Parking checks complete. A-plan secured.
Sure enough, we're totally shut down, boys and girls. All right, cool. So let's. I'm just updating my Navgraph charts. Hey, thank you, Shuzi, for reminding me that. Yeah, I did not see that. But Chris, thank you as well. I appreciate that. I look forward to seeing what you've put in there and coming up with a flight or two. That's awesome. Awesome. And welcome in Nuclear HS as well. Thanks for backing me up. You're my new best friend. All right. So, yeah, here we go. Down to Narsarsuaq. So, again, a fairly similar length here, I think, of flight. About another hour or so. It might be a little bit longer for this leg, but a little bit more direct as well. And it's the Nooker 2 Bravo here. So again, we are, it'll be runway 22. And I think it's just, yeah, get out of town. It's a great way to depart out of here because you're pretty much en route. So let's get set up and get that second flight going here. Chris, you're out of here. All right, buddy. And you've been lurking a fair bit. Oh, you came in here from Pure Luck a few times. Nice. I love Pure Luck, man. What a great dude. What a quality human. No doubt about that. All right, this is again part of the nice thing about this. Do I have enough fuel? I better just double check that here.
Completed. Voice recorder. Tasted.
GGH.
Rollers and cow flaps. Auto and position.
I will definitely look at those, Chris. And again, much appreciated.
Pressurization.
Thanks for the new ideas.
Manifold and duct pressure.
Narsarsuaq, BGBW.
Radios.
Perfect. Oh, okay. Oh, you got a little time left. Cool. You can watch me get out of here. So,
Doors and hatches.
yeah, this flight will be, the last flight was 49 minutes. This flight looks like it's going to be an hour 14, so just a little bit longer, but I need 5,000 pounds of fuel, so I've got good fuel, and yeah, we're
Warning lights.
ready to rock and roll.
Gear pins. Removed. 3 on board. Seatbelt.
Thank you, HK.
Nuuk traffic, Greenland 382, back taxi and runway 22. At Alpha.
We'll be right behind you, buddy. We'll be right behind you, sir.
Copy that.
Forward and 3. Before start checks complete. Start engines.
All right, here we go, guys. That's all good.
3. 6. 9. 12.
That felt like it took longer than it did the first time. Was that just me, or did that feel like it took longer? We are going, though. Everything looks happy. I'm fine with that. I think that's fine. Okay, cool. We're going to do number 2 next here. Remember, we have to turn the mixture on.
3. 6.
It's definitely slightly more delayed. Especially that phase right there. Come on, girl. Oh, gosh. Forgot to turn the booster pumps on. What an idiot. That's why that phase was delayed.
Nuuk traffic, Greenland 382, lining up at the party.
Take two. I think I had trouble on the second engine
Bravo.
the first time. I forgot to turn the mixture on.
Nine. 12.
Mixture's on now. Boost pump's on, and there we go. All right, much better, much better. That works better when you turn everything on. That's related to engine start. It's a pro tip. Follow me for more DC-6 tips. Boozy, you need this plane, by the way. I know you're on a sim spinning freeze, but when you come out of that, when you thaw, this needs to be one you consider, my friend.
12.
I know that summer thaw down there, that Florida sun's gonna thaw out that snow, that sim spending freeze. You know, just don't say yes right now. Think about it. All right, almost there, you guys.
Three. 6. 9.
Yeah,
12.
it is one of those planes that is it's a niche plane, right?
Greenland 382, cleared runway, parting.
And you're either going to get it and like it and fly it a ton, or you're going to fly it once and never fly it again, and then it's like $70, and you're like, what have I done? But I echo what a lot of people say. I think this is PMDG's best overall aircraft. I really do. And I love the 737. I've bought that thing 3 times. And I love the 777. I'm probably going to buy it twice. But I think this is their best work. It's really stood the time. All right, awesome. But yeah, I get you, man. I get you. Because even for me, this plane, like, it's been 6 months since I've flown it, and there's no reason why. Like, it just kind of gets in the rotation. So I completely understand. I'm still gonna tease you about it, and I'm gonna try to cyberbully you, because that's what Downwind Sim does to me all the time. So, but yeah, I understand.
Checked and on. Emergency lights. Armed. Ground power. Removed. After start checks complete.
All right, I need to get rid of this flight plan. Need to put a new flight plan in here. Cat lady, that's right. Cat lady gonna cat. Welcome to the litter box. Kevin's he's a freaking poet, man. The guy has a way with words. I'm telling you what, Shusy. All right, let's get out of here if I can before this spirals any farther. The Nooker 2 Bravo off a Tutu. And then Kitop. Kitop. can't put an airway in here, so then we're going to go straight to Elgog. Hopefully the flying direct doesn't take me right into the side of a mountain here, but we're unable to do airways, and that's what the next thing was. So, and then BGBW. Well, I would say this, going back to making a serious point, that one thing that does make this aircraft accessible is using that automated flight engineer. And until I actually started using it, I really truly didn't realize how nice it was. And yeah, it makes the whole process way less overwhelming, I guess. Nuuk traffic, ICR 816 is on the backtrack to Nuuk. But yeah, there are lots and lots of aircraft out there for a guy to horse around with, for sure. I think I have to take this. I don't. Well, no. We've got a taxiway up there. So Boozy's talking about that Bluebird 7.5 and that the A220 that's coming from, yes, not Retro Wings is making the Metroliner. Who's making that? Oh man, yeah, I know who you're talking about. That's gonna be an amazing airplane. Missed the house, 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 missed the house. Oh my god, honey, why aren't we getting channel 26 anymore? I don't know. Let me go check the dish. Yes, synaptic. There we go. That dadgum DC-6 just took off my DirecTV dish. Yeah, that's going to be a cool one. So yeah, I've got my eye on that one too. I do think that that's going to be nice. The 220, and then like I say, that Metroliner. That Metroliner is, yeah, it's going to be sweet. And they're even, I mean, the Metroliner that they're going to do in X-Plane is even going to be pretty nice, I think. Might actually make me want to go fly X-Plane again. You want that F-14 for DCS, that heat blur? Yeah, I went ahead and grabbed the Microsoft version of it just because it was on sale the other day, and I'd heard such good things about it, and I could see the appeal. It's a fun, even though you don't really have the need for any of the weapon systems and all that stuff, it's a fun aircraft. That's the last thing I picked up was that, and then I picked up the that Miltech Super Carrier pack that puts all those aircraft carriers all over the globe, and that's been kind of fun to mess around with. I am staying away from DCS though. I can't go down that rabbit hole. I cannot. That sim right there is every bit as deep as any of the other sims that I'm currently in over my head on.
Burst pumps. Burst pumps on low. Fuel selector and crossfeed. Main tanks and crossfeed off. Autopilot and carb heat. Off and cold. Hydraulic system. Down, forward, pressure and quantity checked. Okay. Flaps 20. Flaps.
Watch out, cars on the runway.
Closed
What is this, Gibraltar?
Gas lock released. 3. Potato.
Pizza.
On. Mixture and cow flaps. Reach unlocked. Set. Transponder. On.
I think I still have it just on 2000. Yep.
Extended and on. Before takeoff checks complete.
Let's do it.
30 inches stabilize. 30 inches stabilize.
Whoa! 757 spy into DCS. That's cool. He'll do well.
30 inches.
He's a fast learner.
Cal flaps. Cal flaps. Cal flaps set. Full power, please. Going full power.
Here we go. It's a climbing left-hand turn.
Full power set.
Feel that brutal crosswind already, guys. Nuclear. HS, don't say a thing. Alright, there's rotate. Such a gentle bird.
Buzzer ring, gear up. Gear selected up.
Trim. Trimmy. Don't turn too soon though, right? You can kind of see what I'm talking about. Don't want to turn too soon. Let's climb. We're gonna get soupy here. Yeah, straight ahead. Let's get some altitude. Let's get some airspeed. Really trying to hold straight and level here. Bing and bing. There we go. Straight and level. Climbing maybe a hair aggressively. Let's bring that back down to 1,000. Let's try to pitch for 160. Have I gotten Mito power yet? I don't think so, because I'm trying to climb like an F-14 here. Let's get that down so we can go to Mito. Flaps coming up. There we go. You can say whoop whoop terrain if you want to. Oh wait, I have this. I have this.
Whoop, whoop, pull up. The rain.
Meter power. Setting meter power 48 inches, 2600 RPM.
All right, how are we doing? Oh, we're terrible. Even Christmas. We're gonna run into a mountain here. Yikes. Yowza. That's my grandson, Nuclear. He's the real star of the channel. When he lived with me for his first probably almost 3 years of his life, and I forced him into the recording studio sweatshop several times, and so we have a lot of cool sounds. All right, we're ready to do this. I think we're close enough, right? What's the worst that can happen? I can definitely get a little more aggressive here on my climb.
After takeoff checks complete.
Let's give it a couple of flips back here. And yeah, so kind of all my OG stream friends have their own custom welcome sound. We got all kinds of custom sounds that he has made, and I've got even a few in the vault still to use, but the ones that are subscriber ones, those are all his. And you know, so this was one of his first ever flight sim or aviation related phrases.
747, clean up the slats.
But then he's done all kinds of stuff. If we want to, you know, we can cyberbully people.
With you.
Yeah, if we see any of those things come across. So there's a bunch. That's probably the only reason to subscribe is you get to use those custom junior first officer commands. Holy moly, they want me at 19,000 feet today on this lake. Oh goodness. I wonder if it'll automatically do the superchargers and whatnot if I go that high. I wonder, because I think what is the it's actually has as much to do with the manifold pressure as we're climbing out as anything else. So I bet we do. I bet we get a little supercharger action here at some point. Yeah. 19,000. We're fully pressurized, my friend. The DC-6. This represents the most modern most modern aircraft of its time. We got all kinds we got nothing but oxygen up here, buddy. So yeah, so that's kind of the backstory. For those of you that don't know me, welcome. Hi, my name is Brant. Melvin was my grandfather, so that's the reason for the name of the channel. He was the one that got me into aviation, and I'm creating content for my own grandkids to someday stumble across and think of me fondly, or just laugh at how nerdy their grandpa was. Their papa was a nerd, but he was always thinking about him. Always thinking about him. That's what I want them to know. And I'm up to 3 now, which is really cool. When the junior first officer was making these sounds, he was about the age of my granddaughter, my oldest granddaughter right now. So I'm hoping to add some custom sounds from her someday soon, as she's shown a little bit of interest in, adjusting things, pushing buttons. She really likes the flaps lever and the stuff she can reach. So anyway, it'll be fun to watch them grow up, and I can't imagine what flight simulation is going to look like when they're my age, right? 50 years later, what's it going to look like? We can't imagine. I need to, Chris. That would be a great sound clip, because it happens often. I should do that. That's a great idea. All right, 9,000, and again, so we're just going to kind of keep an eyeball on things, and basically, what eventually happens here is we get limited by, we can only go so much further forward with the throttles that we have to actually back off and use our superchargers. So I'm curious. I'm going to take it all the way up, because I think when we get up, it's going to be close. I'm trying to remember when I have to use the superchargers. Usually when I'm flying this bad boy by myself. It would probably help if I was actually pitching to 165 though, because that's part of the equation. Is the climb needs to be about 165. So anything over 1,000 feet per minute is probably a little aggressive for this guy. So I'll just keep clicking that forward, just trying to get him to settle somewhere between 500 and 1,000. We'll just keep an eye on him to try to get him up to 165 or so. It's obviously an inexact science. Oh, we're getting close. Oh, wow, that looked nice. That was cool. I can make it better. Oh, it's already clean sweepy. Never mind. It's as good as it's going to get right there. That's lovely. Lovely. Bloody lovely. Man, this place, it's almost impossible to not get a beautiful shot there. Rob Valkyrie shared a nice one. Holy cow, Rob, that's... Look at Rob climbing out. Man, I like that livery. I have never wanted an A330 more than when Air Greenland got one. And I'm like, oh, I gotta have one. I've resisted, and yes, I know the headwind is free and yada yada, but I have resisted. Because similar to the Boozy Sheep gear cam, I am imposing a sim spending freeze. So you have a ringtone of your dog, your old pal Beethoven. Oh, that's awesome, dude. This looks like my neighborhood on Monday, dude. I'm in the back having hot chocolate down one sim. I'm letting the AFE fly. Headwinds, Rock Valkyrie says, is awesome. Yeah, now you know what? Now that I have my sim installed in the new, more spacious D drive, I might be able to actually download that bad boy. You bought the Tolus for CTP and love it? You X-Plane 12 guys. You guys in your fancy NVIDIA 60 110 9000 VRAM gigabyte gigawatts. No, I think the Tolus stuff is just fantastic. I do miss that. That's part of, again, that's part of what has me so grouchy about X-Plane, is that I can't run it. and so I'm missing out on my aircraft. But you know what? It's all good. It's all good. Slowly. I just got a few things standing in between me and a little bit of a system upgrade, and that's okay. We'll get there. We'll get there. You're all AMD over here. Okay, sorry. So that would be a GTX 158,000 NTI with 2.5 gigahertz VRAM, liquid cooler, and Valvoline. No, Quaker State. Yeah, you're flexing. I know. Every time you guys mention X-Plane, that's Rock Valkyrie too. He's always like, "Oh, my X-Plane's running great. I'm getting 120 frames per minute on Ultra." I'm like, yeah. Just leave me alone. Leave me in my 3080 shame. Look. Oh, here's Boozy's. Look at Boozy's. Look at this. It's okay, I guess. I mean, it's okay, right? Nothing jumps right out at you. You know, I guess if you had to have a system, that'd be something you could think about. You know, it's all right. That's so freaking awesome, dude. How do you like your big curved monitor, buddy? That's something. So I'm a little bit out of desk space. I'm kind of landlocked a little bit where I'm at, but love it. Yeah. And but you don't stream in that ultra wide, right? You stream, or do you stream in that ultra wide ratio? Second PC under the desk, yeah. Well, that's a pretty awesome setup, man. It really is. Really awesome. I love the dead cat on the microphone. I need one of those too. Oh, so you stretch it so you don't see the ultra wide ratio. Our friend, I don't know if you know who Beaver 524 Echo Alpha is, but he's got one of those really nice wide monitors, and he just streams it in his natural native ratio, and it takes a little while, but when you see his, after a while, when you see his stream, it's really nice. Yes, Chris, that is one thing that I've got the den of snakes here for sure. Yeah, yeah, I would love, and I've done 3 or 4 things to minimize mine, but at the end of the day, I just have no way to keep them all out of my hair. So it is what it is. But Boozy, that's a pretty sweet rig, man. So many cables, flight sim, iRacing, yeah. Most of mine are honestly from my, hard drives. Like, I have 3 external hard drives, and then obviously you've got, your other peripherals, but like, if I didn't have the 3 external hard drives, it'd make a big difference. But, then my mouse and my Alpha and my Bravo and my rudder pedals and it's just on and on. I need an intervention. I need a cable intervention. We're coming up on 18,000. I should probably do a little reset. I think transition level's like $7,000 here, but yeah, I can't give you a whole lot. I guess that doesn't look too bad. It truly was at the beginning of the day. The weather was reported to be much nicer down here in the southern part of Greenland, but it kind of doesn't look like it's playing out that way. Current weather in Narsarsuaq is winds 220 at 5, 10 miles of visibility. There's a few clouds, 2,600, and then it's broken at 4,700. So yeah, I guess it's a little nicer. It's a little bit nicer. So, Moose, you see why I don't want to be sitting next to Boozy? He's just going to be dropping hints about his sweet AMD setup and saying stuff like, oh, you don't get 60 FPS on Ultra? That's too bad, man. I feel for you. That was the thing I actually chuckled the most about when I did my reinstall. So for those of you that don't know, I had a heck of a time last week, and my sim, I went full used car salesman, man. Everything must go. This is going. This is uninstall. Everything I could touch, I got rid of. So I just got done reinstalling stuff and was able to fly actually last night online for the first time in like 4 days. But when I loaded back into Microsoft, of course, everything was set to Ultra. And I'm like, I almost wanted to load in just to see how bad of a slideshow it would be. I mean, I'm sure it would look pretty, but yeah, this, I am the least ultra guy that you're going to meet. For a while, like when Flight Sim 2020 first came out and I upgraded to my 3080, this was like back in the sim update, like back when sim updates were still single digits, or maybe even like below 5. I could run things at high and ultra, and it did look kind of cool, but now not so much. Yeah, mixture. Yeah, it's single core limited. Yep. Yeah, so soon. I think a combination of a little bit of a VRAM upgrade, a little just a graphics card update in general will help. And excuse me, with 2024 being more optimized, that's going to be nice as well. All right, we're up and at cruise.
Set cruise power, please.
We're not going to get the same airspeed here, but we are up at 19,000. So that only took like 45 minutes to get that high. That's pretty good. Just in time to, where the heck are we? Plan our descent probably. Now we're doing good. The only bummer part is I really haven't been able to show you a whole lot of the landscape. Do you guys want me to clear the weather up, or are you guys okay with what we have here? Let me know. Fingers crossed, yes. Tomorrow is my last day to kind of get all my ducks in a row before I go out of town for 3 days. So I'm hoping that I can get everything ready. But yeah, we shall see. We didn't put the superchargers on, so he did a much better job of managing things than I do. It's no wonder my engine needs maintenance every second flight. But yeah, I've got a plan in place, and I'm hoping to be able to. I won't stream it, but I'm hoping to be able to fly it. But yeah, going to be out of town, and just got a couple. You know how it is. You got to just get last little bit of cleaning done and packing and all that stuff. Yeah, good. I hope so. It's good after your last few days. Be good to buzz around there and get in the virtual skies. Forget about life for a while. What is going on, by the way? It's a Tuesday night. What's up here? Looks like the usual cast of characters. Northern Lights Tuesday is happening out here. Winnipeg, Calgary, Yellowknife, Fort McMurray. That's a really fun little event. Wow, we got Salt Lake, Denver, and Minneapolis hopping around. That's pretty cool. Memphis Center. Looks like Toronto, Boston, and DC, no, New York. Yeah, that's good. There's Robert Sherman Jr., AK Slant Alpha Adventures, flying 7-3 down to Fort Myers. He's probably streaming. You guys are probably over there watching him. He's a good one to watch if you aren't already watching him. Who else? I had seven friends. There we go. What there's Boozy. He's heading to Al McTowum International. What the heck is that? It's over here somewhere. This is going to be another one of those get it going, go to bed, wake up tomorrow, and oh, near Dubai, okay, and bring it on home tomorrow morning, right? Pillow, what do you call those pillow flights? Is that you? Did you dub that pillow flights? Boozy's the, oh, that's Arch. Okay, I was gonna say Boozy's kind of becoming like the West Coast of flight sim sayings with that, and yeah, the Arch D. We'll give Arch NDA that one. I don't know where my other friends are, and then it won't let me. Doesn't. Don't get it. Sometimes it'll have my little star up there, and I can click on it, and sometimes it won't. And I don't know. But that's the world right now. Mexico has something going on. Those guys, I tell you what, Tuesdays and Thursdays, man, they're starting to staff up. What a great place to fly. There are a bunch of high quality airports in Mexico, and a lot of them are available as freeware. But yeah, there's us, me and the Rock. We're getting there. What do I have left? I don't know. Again, sometimes I get information and sometimes I don't. What's got no idea. Maybe it doesn't know. I'm thinking I've got probably about 45 minutes or so. I think I'm closing in on about the 1/3 way, 1/3 part of the trip here. So about 20 minutes to Kitop, and then at Kitop we'll start the descent. Yeah, so 70 miles, and we're doing what? We're doing, 190. So yeah, it'll be pretty close. All right, you're out of here. Give your best to your bride, and we'll catch you next time. And as always, bye. Take care, buddy. Boozy says it has to do with the size of the window. Oh, sure enough. Because now when it's here, it's there. And when I make it bigger, it maybe goes away. Ah. So I guess I have Conti. He's doing, he's flying to Teterboro. Rob is in front of me. There's Slan Alpha. It looks like, yep, there's Boozy. Oh, never mind. Conti has logged off. He must have wrapped things up. Well, it's probably not a horrible time for me to take another stretch break here. It's been about an hour, so let me hop outside and do that, and I will talk to you here again in just a couple of minutes. a little bit of blue sky there. Maybe we're starting to clear up a bit. That'd be pretty cool. All right, how are the instruments? Well, I tell you what, it's been nice not having to come down and check every 2 minutes. Yeah, see how he runs his carbs like right on the bottom of the green. So what's he have? He's got quite a bit of carb heat in, and he just keeps messing with it. And that's really one of the hardest parts. Yeah, that's just automatically adjusted. He's just slowly adding heat. Cows are at 0. Yeah, just all that little tweaking, engine tweaking stuff. That is really nice. I gotta admit, that's really nice. Really nice. But so hey, need to let you know about something coming up. So we just went over the 1,800 follower mark, which is crazy. I mean, really crazy to think about. So I'm going to do a little celebration, and that's going to be coming up on the 24th, actually, of this month. So here in a couple of Saturdays. And I hope you can come by. It's going to be at high noon where I live, which is 1800 Zulu. It's a whole 18 themed celebration. So we're going to be doing 18 themed or 18 related activities, like starting at 1800 Zulu. But what we're going to do is take a real world flight. It's Ryanair Ryanair 816 from Dublin to Edinburgh, and then we're going to hop in a Piper 18 Super Cub, fly from Edinburgh to Dundee, and then we're going to play 18 holes of golf on the app called World Golf Tour. And if you have never checked this out, go to worldgolftour.com. It's a free golfing app, and what I'm hoping to do here is, I've already got Rob Valkyrie signed up, is I want to set up a private foursome, and we're going to play St. Andrews, the old course. We're going to play the birthplace of golf. And there it is. Rob is sharing the info there. So so if you are a world golf, $10 a hole, I'm gonna go broke. But if you're a World Golf Tour person and you have a username, send me a private message. Like I say, I've got Rob Valkyrie already signed up, so we've got room for 2 more, and we're gonna stream it. We're just gonna have fun. I'm horrible. I'm a total hack, but it is a fun game. And anyway, that's how we're gonna celebrate. And then I'm gonna do a giveaway. I'm gonna do 3 scenery giveaways. Basically, I'm going to give away a copy of the Edinburgh scenery. I'm going to give a copy of the Dublin scenery away, and one of the Dundee scenery. So that's coming up in a couple of Saturdays, the 24th. So not well, you guys can read the calendar. So we got a little bit of time yet, and again, 1800 Zulu. So yeah, reserve your spot in the the first ever Melvin Leroy golf scramble. I don't even know what we'll play. We'll probably play, I don't know what we'll play. But anyway, that's coming up. I hope you can join us. What else was I going to tell you? I don't remember what the other thing was, but that was the main thing regardless. There it is. Rob shared the actual link. There's a little bit of setup, and so you do have to go in. You have to set up an account. There's a little app you have to download where you actually play the game in the window. But it's a very, very high quality golfing simulator, and really simple to learn. It'll try to sell you on, like, you know, you can upgrade this equipment or this golf ball or whatever, and you don't have to do any of that. You don't have to do any of that. It's just, you can just play the game for free and have a heck of a lot of fun in the meantime. So I hope you can join us, and even if it's just for a little bit of it, because it's you guys following along that's made it possible. So I want to extend that, promote that a little bit. Oh, I was going to see how close. So we're getting close to Kit Tap here. So it might not be horrible for us to take a little peek at what we're looking at. Yeah, we're about halfway. And with as early as we have to get set up here, it's always good to stay ahead of things. So coming in. Now it's saying runway 6 here at Narsarsuaq. Can I check again? Wind's 220 at 5. Are we not able to land? I think I know why. I think there's only the one way in, one way out. It's been a little while since I've been here, but I bet that's what it is. I think we have to land. Yeah, that's right. We have to come up here, come up the fjord, basically, and land runway 6. There's too much terrain to kind of come around and land here. Yeah, 6 is what Rob is doing as well. So, so what do we have for approaches? That just the NDB runway 6. So this is kind of a fun one. Yeah, from what I remember. So you come in. Let's see if I can get this straight. You come into the NDB. Then you track outbound 269 to 8. You loop around. You come back in here at 8. And pretty much swing it straight in there. Stu, hey, STW222. Welcome, Raiders. Good to see you. Yeah, we're just talking a little bit. So we hit the NDB at 5,800. Track outbound out to 36. Turn it back inbound. We need to be at 3,100 here at Fox 06, and then we just take it on down. So it's a very fun kind of steep approach path. Yep. So this is a little bit tough for us, but if we get flaps out, then I think we're going to be okay. All right, so the NDB is 359. This will be kind of fun, too, to try to see if we can get this tuned in. And I bet most of the kids nowadays couldn't fly that approach without GPS. Well, hey, Stewie, don't think less of me, but I'm using it also. You have, is my charts updated? Because you have more approaches. Really? I think so. You have more approaches than that. I don't know. I thought I was updated. Just out of curiosity, let's see what we have here for approaches. Oh yeah, there's a couple of RNAV approaches here too. Rob has shared with me a little direct message here thingy, my jobber. Maybe I am a little outdated. So there's an RNAV, it looks like, maybe. And, well, okay. You know what? I'm down for whatever. I definitely don't have that on my... That's really strange. I wonder if I am a little outdated. I can't do anything about it right now, but... Alright, so RNAV, I think what you shared with me was the RNAV Yankee. Let's just take a look at it. Won't hurt to look at it. And... It is... Oh no, you shared the Now you shared the NDB Zulu. Well, here's, I guess, maybe the thing. Looks like that's bringing me around town like so. Okay. I probably am just going to do the NDB at the end of the day. And simply for this reason, because this is actually the approach that I have. So this is which one? Which one am I looking at here? NDB Zulu. I think I'm just going to do that because I have that information. I have my altitudes and I know what it is I'm supposed to hit and when. That should give me kind of the best chance, I guess. And I'm going to take it, so we could take it off the NA. Yeah, that's what I want, off the NA. So we're going to fly inbound to the airfield, and then we're going to fly the outbound into runway 6. But I definitely am going to check on my my nav data because clearly I don't have something up to date. I wonder why that's why my Sim Connect's not working correctly. Maybe I'm outdated here. Oh, geez, sorry. So I'm trying to pull up Sim Connect here. I do have Sim Connect running. But it's not starting automatically for me. Just kind of interesting. Yeah, I'm not going to fiddle with that while I'm in the middle of the game, but because I've been having some issues. But all right, Shoozy. Thank you, Kevin. Quote of the night, by the way, from our friend. Those with shoes.
Bye.
Cat lady's gonna cat. Welcome to the litter box. that should be on a t-shirt. Take care, Kevin. All right. So then the other thing, what I say, I got to be down to 5,800 at the NDB. The NDB is 359. So let's see. I may not even be able to do this, by the way, Stu. So you better be ready to talk smack about me too. 359. I haven't done one of these in a long time, so this is going to be really good for me. There's 359. That is the active frequency now, and it's on. Yes, it is on. And then I need to come down here, and I believe I don't remember which one of these. No, maybe it's this guy that tracks the NDB. We're going to have to see which one comes alive first. I'm so over my head with this approach. It's not even funny. But that's okay. We'll figure it out. And what I'm going to try to do, I'm going to try to fly it. I'm going to try to fly it as much by hand as I can, but I'm not going to try to fly it by hand until I have the NDB, because that's the first thing that helps me out. So I'm assuming when I get down here somewhere, well, when I get down here to LGAG, I better have it, because I'm only 16 miles away, and I'm going to track inbound here. There is a hold I can enter if I need, and I'll probably fly one leg of the hold just so I can scoot back out of here, because there's no way I can come in and hang a quick, graceful 180, not with this terrain right here. So I'll come inbound to the NDB, we will join. We'll teardrop into this hold here. 78 outbound, 258 inbound. Once we get back over the NDB, we'll track outbound 269 to 8. Hang a right. Try to pick up the 063 track right into runway 6. And with any luck, we'll have some visual conditions and basically fly the .com thing visually. Alright, I think that sounds like a plan. What the heck? It's the worst thing that can happen. If we have to, we'll go back out over the ocean, spin it around, and come back in. So 5,800. So 19. Got to get down to 58. So 19 to 6 is 13,000 times 3 is a lot. 39. Double that. Basically 80 miles out. I got to start the descent. So 80 miles out. So much math. That LGAG, that's our... I think we're there. I think we should start the descent. We can at least start getting set up for it.
26 inches, please.
Let's get slowed down, get the flaps out. We're going to have full boards here in order to maintain this somewhat steep angle. 4.65 degree angle.
Altimeters and flight instruments cross-checked. Seatbelt signs on. On. Engine blowers low. Low. Descent checks are complete.
Sweet. So just wait again. 175. We'll go flaps 20. And then we'll start heading down. And we'll see how we do. This has been fun. I hope we can pull this off. It was a good approach into Nuuk. And this is a place that's somewhat challenging to get into and out of. So I've been looking forward to trying it, especially in this plane. And hopefully we'll be able to pull it off. There's 175. Okay, flaps 20. So I'm going to go 3 of those. Excuse me, 3 of those little clicks, and we'll see if we get some flap position movement. It might take a minute. Last time it kind of snuck up on me. Why is it not moving? Did I have to go to in-range checks? Maybe I did. I don't know. Alright, well. Time for us to start heading down. One way or the other. It would be nice if I had some flaps. Could have swear we had flaps.
Cooling turbine. Normal.
Let's just do that and see if that helps me. I'm still working this part of the AFE checks and timing. It's still trying to get that straightened out here.
Fuel tank selectors. Mains on. Crossfeed off. Hydraulic bypass valve. Down.
Ah, I didn't have hydraulics on. That's why.
On.
Once the hydraulic valve was turned on.
Range checks.
That makes sense. Okay, flaps 20. So now our speed is good, and now we can start down here. And again, whoa, flaps kind of bubbled us a little bit. We're looking at, again, somewhere between 500 and 1,000 should be what we need. We're mainly just going to try to keep it under 175 on the speed. We're going to descend as quickly as we can without overspeeding. Okay, let's start at 1,000 and we'll kind of see what that does to our airspeed. And yes, sir. Soupy soup out there today. It's kind of been that way all day. It is what it is, right? It is what it is. Yeah, but anyway, Stephen, we were talking a little bit about that, about the old school navigation that's just slowly fading away as they decommission VORs and NDBs and all that stuff, and you know, airplanes like this, right? These old vintage planes. It seems like, in some ways, it seems like having a Garmin in it is really out of place, and it does look kind of funny. But at the end of the day, like, if you were truly flying this, like Everest Air, like they have 4 of the 6 active DC-6s that are flying right now. You know good and well they all have some sort of a GPS unit in them. So, but it's a hard choice to make when you like. This is a really fun aircraft to fly, VOR to VOR. It really is, and a lot of them are like that. But I don't mind flying it this way too. I don't mind a little bit more modern twist to it. Oh man, we are socked in. We are, yeah, I know there's Greenland down there somewhere. They're probably just about to get some of that storm that we've been getting here, I bet. Let me see what it looks like. I don't know, maybe not. Hard to tell. Hey, Conti coming in again. Hello. Frankie. Hello. Thank you very much. Froop, what's up? Lucid. Howdy, 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 Geekle. Thank you, man. Appreciate that, Ethan. Conti wants to know what cornhole is. Oh my gosh, have you never played cornhole? Tony, what's going on? Tom, nice to see you, Fly 787. Welcome, you guys. Welcome. So cornhole is a game that you play where you... Oh, man. Tom, thank you so much. I don't have anything to toast you with here. Sorry about that, but thank you. So it's a game you play, and you have corn bean bags, basically, and you have 2 boards set at the opposite end of the, you know, whatever field. They're like, I don't know, 30 feet apart or something like that, and you toss the bags back. It's like horseshoes, kind of, only the goal is to try to make your cornhole go in the hole. And the bags, the bean bags, are typically filled with corn, so that's why it's called cornhole, I believe. Sticky says, Conti did an emergency landing and you ended up here. Oh man, well, I hope it ended up okay. You were trying to get into Newark, I think, weren't you? But Fly 787, thank you so much. 12 months re-ascription. You are awesome. You are awesome. I'm honored to have you guys in. My name is Brant. If we haven't met, welcome to the Melvin Leroy channel. We are flying in Greenland, and what do you think of the scenery? That's pretty amazing, isn't it? Oh man, I downloaded 6 terabytes of ortho for this. No, we're heading to Narsarsuaq. We just did a leg from Kangerlussuaq to Nuuk, and I didn't pronounce either of those correctly. And now we're going from Nuuk down to Narsarsuaq. We've got a fun little NDB approach that we're going to attempt. And I just found out my nav data might be out of date because there's other approaches that I don't know about that probably would be easier and more realistic for me to fly. But yeah, what the heck. We are using, excuse me, you can pass this along to Conti, by the way. He's the one that finally nudged me to do this. We are using the AFE. We are using the artificial flight. I think I've been calling him the automatic flight engineer, but the artificial flight engineer, all stream long. First time we've ever used him on stream, and only my 3rd flight with him. And yeah, I've liked it more than I thought I would. So the only thing that I'm still trying to figure out is a little bit of the timing, especially when it comes to the descent portion of the flight. Like, when do you do certain things? And anyway, but overall, it's been quite enjoyable having the extra help. So he was the one that I saw using it, and he basically said, hey, all right, back now. I was just talking about
Hello, me.
how you were the one that kind of inspired me to give the artificial flight engineer a try, and so we put it on stream for the very first time tonight, and it's going pretty well. It's going pretty well. Had to shake the cobwebs off. I heard it was a little bit of a rough landing there into Newark. Or was it Teterboro? I don't remember where. It seems like you were trying to head into one of those New York airports, but thanks for coming in, my friend. Thank you very much. So on our way down from 13,000 and trying to hit the NDB right over the top of Narsarsuaq at 5,800 if we can. I am. We need to get to LGAG, and then we can actually activate the approach. And I am not 100%. So you guys from Conti stream, which of the steam gauges here? This is going to be my NDB, isn't it? Up here. This is, or the ADF. I'm sorry. That's going to be tracking the ADF. It is. It is. I'm not going to do this well. There's absolutely no way I'm going to do this well, but I'm going to attempt to fly it. And we've got the ADF. Is this ADF 2 that I have set? Is that what that's saying? I guess it doesn't really matter. Let's set 359 over here. So ADF 1 is on 359, ADF 2 is also 359. And so, whoops. I have not done one of these types of approaches in a while. So we will see how bad it is, but it's okay. It's okay. I think, honestly, it's going to clear up a little bit, and it'll kind of turn into a hybrid NDB/visual, which wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. But yeah, Conti, thanks for making me feel like using the AFE is not a bad thing. I always liked the plane. I mean, it's one of my favorite planes, but these last 3 flights, I have really, really enjoyed it because I've been freed up just to fly and do stuff like that. Check the charts, plan the approach, try to hand fly something, without having to worry about getting the cowl flaps where they're supposed to be or the carb heat or all that stuff. So anyway, you're the inspiration behind that, and yeah, appreciate that. Let's see, what was the other thing I was talking about here? I think that's about it. Conti lost both engines on the way to Teterboro. So did an emergency ILS in Akron. Plane and passengers are all okay. Conti Sullenberger lost both. What were you flying? What was the aircraft? And why did you have a failure? What happened? Please, I want to know. I don't want to read about it on the Belanca Reno channel on YouTube. I want to know firsthand, man. Spill it, Sticky. I'm glad everybody's okay. That's the main thing. Glad everybody's okay. Flight Sim Weekly will do the recap. So some kind of a twin, and I'm trying to think because I know I checked your flights, your flight schedule before. I don't have to ask. I can just I can go look. The Lear. Oh, the Learjet. Ah, that's not one that. Oh, thinking maybe fuel ran out. Ah, fuel planning. Ah, gotcha. Gotcha. How embarrassing. Well, I'd like nothing like that's ever happened to me before. No, shoot. That happens. That happens. Well, you made her down. Akron's a nice place. They got good restaurants there. You know, you can find you find a nice place to stay the night there. Hop on the bus tomorrow. You be down in Newark in no time. Found a lovely spot for a beer and a burger. Yeah. Man, I've been in the Lear in a little while. I need to get that guy going again. I'm just so happy my sim is running. I'm almost afraid to install anything now because I know something was the final straw that was the conflict that made my sim not run. I just don't know what it was, and so. But the other thing I've done that Continuum has is another idea I'm stealing from Conti, is I have created a file for my add-ons, especially the scenery, that basically says delete after stream. And as much as I like having all my little gold stars around the map for flight ideas, like, I just had way too much stuff. I know that it was some kind of a plug-in conflict, and so I'm going to try to keep things fairly lean, and especially when it comes to any scenery that has any kind of library that, you know, all those Dave's 3D people and Windy Things and Joe's Sea Life, and like, those all are cool and they make your scenery look fantastic, but man, you're just playing with fire when the sim gets updated and those libraries don't, or vice versa, and it's like, yeah. So anyway, so many yeah. So it does. So I'm really like, because I had a lot of freeware scenery that I really liked, and I wanted to keep it because I just like, you know, flying not just on the stream but offline, you know, but if it has any dependencies, I don't know if I'm going to keep it on there permanently. I might download it for the flight and then just get rid of it. So add-on linkers, yeah, you can do profiles. I had all mine on add-on linker, and that does help for sure. But I was not able to pinpoint, even using add-on linker. I was not able to pinpoint what I needed to turn off or turn on, or because one time I had the problem, and my problem was when I would take off, my aircraft would just bank hard to the right and just spiral out of control. And it had nothing to do with the rudder trim or any of that stuff. But the one time that I fixed it, I realized that I had been trying to fly into a part of the world that I had disabled in add-on linker. Like, I was trying to fly in Mexico and I had it turned off or whatever. And so when I re-enabled it in add-on linker, everything worked great. And I'm like, yeah, there we go, simple fix. But this last time, no, it didn't matter. I had everything turned on. I turned everything off. It was planes with yokes, planes with side stick, propellers, jets. It was everything. So it just came down to the point where I just had to clean stuff up and get rid of things. All right, this is our fjord, I believe, that we go into, and we'll go past it a little bit. We'll take a left, and then it's kind of hard to see, but Narsarsuaq is up there, right there. So yeah, anyway, Geekle, I love add-on linker. It is an awesome tool. But as I was so like my next thing to install are the CSL model libraries, and I'm even kind of nervous about that, but I can't keep looking at default Asobo 737s and Airbuses. Like Rock Valkyrie tonight, he's flying a Dash 7 with a really cool green air or Air Greenland livery, you know, that cool red livery, and he looks like a popsicle A320. So I've got to just bite the bullet and put that in there and hope for the best. But all right. Anyway, I don't know what, like I'm saying, I'm hoping one of these guys comes alive, because that's going to be me tracking the NDB. So it's going to be one of these three, right? And then we'll track it inbound. And I guess if we don't, we'll just do a visual. And I am actually as low as I need to be. I'm actually too low. Crap. I was supposed to be at 5,800 at the NDB. I am too low. I'm too low. I'm going to have to climb back up here a little, guys. Sorry about that. Talking shop. Such a pain having to do all this extra stuff. I wish it would just work. Conti, I have a theory. You want to hear my theory? Guys, want to hear my theory? Here's why real life flying is so expensive. In real life, you're paying for all the ortho, you're paying for all the add-ons, you're paying for every single airport in the world. You don't have to install any of that stuff, man. You just get to get in the plane and fly, and that's why it's so expensive. Hey, NDB, baby. I got it. That's right. That's right. That's what I'm talking about. I mean, because you talk about real world, man. It looks great. Right? It looks great. I screwed this up. I really screwed this up, you guys, because I don't think I'm tall enough to get over these hills. But I do need to, and I'm going to let the aircraft, geez, I'm so slow too. It's probably not horrible that I'm that slow. All right, I got to focus up here. Hold on here. Gross weight 77 and change. And so this is us kind of in here-ish. I'm going to round up like 130 and 100. All right, so same as when we were coming into Nuuk. Maybe I'll be okay. It would be okay at 5,200. 5,200, 5,800. What's the big deal, right? All right, so we're going to turn inbound. We're going to fly toward the NDB. We're going to fly a hold at Narsarsuaq. I'm hopefully going to get a little DME, but maybe I won't. But yeah, we're going to fly a little 078 outbound and a 258 inbound. Yeah, it looks pretty nice, doesn't it, Conti? Greenland's such a cool place. I'd love to go there in real life someday. Anyway, over the top of the airfield, we're going to enter that hold, outbound 78, inbound 258, and then we're going to track 269 outbound to 8 miles. So there must be a DME associated with that, because that this NDB Zulu approach clearly has an 8 mile fix. Then we'll come inbound. This is what we're going to attempt, you guys. I'll just show you. So we're turning here. We're going to hit the NDB, fly this hold, zoop, come around 269 to 8, zip it around to Fox 06. So we're going to be at the NDB at 5,200, just like the chart says. Then we're going to go outbound to 36. And as we come back in here to Fox 06, it should be at 3,100. And then And then we're going to head down to the airfield. Yep, there we go. We're coming in. Bring it around town. How many people, by the way, Conti, know your reference to up and at them? Does anybody know where that comes from? Or just me and Conti? I think Conti and I watched the same cartoon shows in our formative years. Up and at 'em, up and at them, up and at 'em, up and at them. Better. Oh my gosh. It's hard to believe that show that we're talking about. It's been on for 20 years. It's just crazy. It's just absolutely crazy. So I am way too slow right now. I'm essentially at my approach speed, but I'm gonna roll with it because we're only 16 miles from the airport, and we're gonna fly this hold and the whole thing. That we're gonna try to be nice and slow and easy. Narsarsuaq traffic. Ice Air 816 is 16 miles west of the field at 5,800. We're inbound for the Andy B Zulu runway 6 approach, Narsarsuaq. That's probably just an altimeter error, right? Oh, jeez. I hit the old B key and it went down a little bit. Up and at them. I'm so tired. Everything is funny. But that really is legit funny. Everybody makes fun of Arnold. Okay, so here I'm going to be out of order again, you guys, but I think no, I'm going to leave it right there. Rock Valkyrie, what are you sharing with me, my friend? An atom. It's none of these. It is none of these. I'm not going to give it away. I mean, those are up in atoms for sure, but the one that I am thinking of is not. It's a parody. They're making fun of Arnold Schwarzenegger. And but this is a 1947 short, huh? I'll be darned. Interesting. Some of those cartoons from the World War II era, man, they're pretty awesome. I mean, I fell in love with Bugs Bunny and those guys, and a lot of that stuff was war era. I am not getting any kind of a DME. What have I done wrong here, you guys? What have I done wrong? I have no idea how I'm going to fly the outbound here. Rock, did you find it? Did you find it? Yes. That is the one, my friend. That is the one. Well done, sir. He's not the research and development director of the channel for nothing, folks. All right, well, I have done something wrong here. So, Stu, apparently I don't know how to fly an NDB approach either. So you can feel free to make fun of me as well. Because the only reason I know how far we are is because of that. Maybe I'll have to just leave that on. I guess I can activate the approach, couldn't I? What would it do if I did that? Activate the approach. I just screwed up. I just screwed up, didn't I? You done messed up, AA Ron. Yeah, that was stupid. Stupid. Pull back your bow. Alright, we're going to get back on it. I do want to try to fly it. Let's try to fly it. Let's try to fly it. That was a bad call on my part. Alright, inbound and looking for the field covered in snow tonight. Could be interesting. Okay, there we are, inbound on the DME. And I apparently am going to, I'm going to put a little, no, I'm just going to leave the power setting as it is. I don't want to descend. Not yet. I may have to use this, I guess, as my, of course, by activating the approach, I've taken out all my distances. That's awesome. That's some good stuff right there. That is that's some next level professional type flying. I'm going to turn this guy into the iPad Echo approach here for sure. Why do I not have any kind of a DME? All right, well, so here's what we're going to do, folks. We're going to just fly until the needle gets a little squirrely, and also hopefully we'll see the airport. It's right down there, yeah. So we're over top of the airport. So the DME needle is gonna get a little wild, wacky stuff here. And we need to track 078 outbound. I'm gonna jump in the hold right now. I did manage to climb back up to 5,500 at least. So let's turn over here and go to 078. Let's see. 030 ought to be an okay place. Yep, there goes the needle. So we've flown past it. I have no idea how far we are, but we've flown past it. That's okay. Do I have any kind of a timer here? Timer? I don't know. Alright, there's my timer. Again, nothing but by the books here on the Melvin Leroy channel. Okay, top of the hour there. We're going to turn 078 for the outbound for 1 minute. Then we'll turn inbound 258. And then we'll be tracking out approximately, I don't know, approximately 8 DME. So I have no way of knowing, because not only is this not tracking, but I've also screwed this up, and I don't have any. I do have this. I can kind of cheat a little bit, I guess. There's 45 seconds. Big Ben, Parliament. And there's 1 minute. All right, turn inbound. Narsarsuaq traffic, Ice Air 816 is turning inbound. The procedure, or the hold over the NDB, will be tracking outbound for the NDB approach runway 6, overflying the field 5,800. Okay. $258. Yep, there's the field. We're more or less there. Thank goodness we've got visual, because I'm not type rated to fly this NDB approach, obviously. All right, there we go. There we go. Nope, don't climb, sir. Don't climb. Don't climb. All right, speed looks good. We're all right there. I am going to put in more flaps, though, when we turn inbound. So we're going to go over the NDB, and then we're going to track. We're going to turn 269 for 8 DME, and I just am going to kind of, I think I'll just count Mississippi's there. We're doing 120, so that should be about, what, 15 Mississippis. That's the conversion. There, I don't know. Okay. Getting a little wiggly here, getting a little wiggly. We're just going to hold course. Don't chase it. Steady. And at the same time, we need to descend to 36. Alright, I say we're flying past the NDB right now, so let's turn 269. And we're going to let the aircraft start to descend.
Flaps 20. Setting flaps 20.
We already had those set, by the way.
20 flaps set. Mixtures rich, please. Auto rich. Mixtures set. Gear up and down, please. Gear up and down.
Big Ben, kids, Parliament.
Gear down and locked. 3 degrees. Props. 2400 RPM. 2400 RPM set. Cal flaps. Plus 3 degrees. Cal flaps set. ADI. ADI off. ADI is off. Landing lights. Speed good. Extending lights. Lights extended and on. Carbine. Carbine cold. Set cold. Before landing checks complete.
Kind of got off my 269 here, sorry. Let's get back out there. Don't want to cut this corner too close. I mean, you get the basic idea, right? This is the big wide turnaround spot, and we come back up the fjord there, and with any luck we will line right up. I don't know if this is tracking kind of my center line or what exactly, but that's kind of what we have. So 3,600 on the outbound. We turn around, we come back in. It should be 3,100, and at that point in time we should be pretty well lined up with everything if all goes well. I've been counting Mississippis in my head, and it's about time to turn here in about another 1,000 feet. Speed's holding all right. We could do another notch of flaps here if we feel like it's necessary, but I think we're actually okay. We'll just be patient here. All we have to do is just stay off of this higher terrain, and we're in business. Oh, leveling off there a little bit. Let's not do that. And maybe we'll have to turn in a little bit ahead of our 3,600 because I am getting kind of close to that bluff. Alright, so here we go. Narsarsuaq traffic. Ice Air 816 is turning inbound, runway 6, Narsarsuaq. Don't dip down, sister. We got time. We got time. That was probably a little early, but I think we're going to be okay. We are getting kind of quick though. .063 inbound. I am going to kind of use this a little bit as well. Here's the NDB, so I might, if I come around and we're not, yeah, see, I've got the field in sight, so we'll just kind of do the visual thing. So a little bit of an NDV, non-directional visual approach there. So hippopotamus is good. I just don't know the conversion from Mississippi to hippopotamus. So, but that is a solid way of doing it. No doubt about that. See, I think I turned it in too soon because I shouldn't. This little hill shouldn't be part of the equation here, but it is. All right, we're going to go another notch of flaps because I'm getting a little quick. A little bit quick here. Gear is down. Oh, I forgot to do the boozy sheet gear cam. I got it. Bad pilot. Well, since we're already above it, let's just line up. This is going to be interesting to try to find this runway, isn't it? Yeah, it's going to be kind of interesting. Alright, we're there though. Yeah, more or less. I think this is probably it, the whole thing here, so I'm going to try to come back around just a bit to the left. This is, I don't know what that's tracking. Glad I'm not using it for anything. 130 on the approach, 100 on the ref, so we're actually doing pretty well, and I am going to go the rare flaps 40 here because it's a little bit of a steep approach, so let's find out how she goes. Narsarsuaq traffic, ice air 816, short final runway 6, Narsarsuaq. Rob, thanks for hanging out, by the way, if you're still down there. If you are not, I totally understand if you went to bed like 45 minutes ago, but if you are still there, thanks for flying. That was fun. Another international, another stamp in our passport, buddy. I think we're pretty good. Somebody forgot to clean off the pappy lights. We're doing all right. One thing we're pretty lucky with today is the winds have been not too bad. Whoa. This one is a little bit of a tailwind, though. That's okay. Yeah, we end up a bit high. It's all right. We'll correct. Pull a little bit of power. Hey, you don't want that. A runway down there somewhere. And we're down. Oh, that windsock actually shows like we might be all right. We may have been just fine. I think that's my turn off. Might have to backtrack a little bit. Oh, there's another one. We've got it. All right, welcome to Narsarsuaq. And there is Rob hanging tight, man. Maybe not. No, that's him. That's him. Oh, hey, thank you. Off to landing, checks complete. No idea where I'd park this bad boy here, but looks like there's these little curly turnaround things. I think we'll just go right here. Maybe little asymmetrical thrust there. All right, close enough. Close enough, my friends. Parking brake set. And parking check. Yeah. All right. All right. So that was really good, Rob. Thank you for flying, man. That took a little longer than I thought. And so I hate to do this, guys, but I'm not going to be able to pull off this last little VFR flight from Circle B to Widow's Peak. I hope that's okay, but yeah, it's a Tuesday. I'm still I'm not in the middle of the work week because I only have one more day. But yeah, I'm not gonna be able to do this last one. So I am gonna. Oh, Rob's out of here. All right, we'll just we'll kind of find a nice little place to park and nice little view here of the scenery. Looks like that building's buried a little bit, isn't it? This scenery is tough because it does have a hill here, and so all of the sceneries that I've ever found for this have always had that same issue with terraforming, but this doesn't look half bad, especially for free 99. So all right, let's yeah, we better just wrap it up, I think. So nice to have the sim in working order 2 nights in a row. Hey, woohoo! Thanks Fly787 for the re-ascription. Tom, appreciate you. 12 months, that's awesome. Conti, thanks for the raid. Stu STW222, thank you for the raid. And everybody else, thanks again for being here. Rock Valkyrie, thank you for flying along. It was a fun night. I am off, by the way, for the remainder of the week. I actually am going to be traveling, and I will be back. I will be back. Let's see. I'll be back Saturday night, but I just won't be back probably in time to stream. So I don't have anything planned per se for Saturday. So my next stream coming up will actually be on the fall, like a week from today, essentially. So we'll be doing a little cargo haul from Louisville to Philly, and I'm gonna jump in that Juice Goose little dune buggy there, and there's some sand dunes, some free upgraded bespoke sand dunes. We're gonna go mess around with that. That's our Tuesday flight. So again, if you're new to the channel, Tuesdays and Thursdays, midnight Zulu, and then Saturday kind of varies. It's usually a little bit earlier in the day, due to the fact I try to get outside of the U.S. to fly, and I try to find some ATC in other parts of the world. So that's kind of the schedule. You can come join me over on the cord, as the kids say, and see all of my streams schedule and all that good stuff. But mainly the reason to come over to my Discord is to hang out with awesome people like Conti and Rock Valkyrie and Iowa Scotsman and my crew, man, they're the best. All right, I've got Fliggity queued up. It looks like he's about ready to fire things up here. I was going to go over to Slant Alpha, but I think he's just about done. So let's go give Fliggity a hello. I cannot wait to see you guys again next Tuesday. I hope you have a fantastic remainder of your week. And yeah, we'll see you over at Fliggity's channel. Take care, everybody.